Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions. I want to show you this quick and easy little Christmas ephemera I made. And I used several different of my Etsy and my blog digital download kits. So here's the first one. This is the envelope. And I used the Peace on Earth envelope kit. I used a combination of the Peace on Earth, the Fa La La blog freebie, as well as some other little freebies and stuff. And I'll show you within the video where all this stuff came from. And I also have some links in the bottom of the video for it. So here's the first thing. It's the little envelope that came with the Peace on Earth kit. And I just kind of stitched around the edges. And I took some of the papers from the Fa La La kit, the digital freebie on the blog, Multimedia Crafts digital blog, and added it to here. It's the little candy cane paper. And then I just made this little closure. And you can basically place all this inside of here. So there's that. There's the envelope. And here's like a little journal. Now the cover and the outside, these were originally supposed to be cards, but I decided to go ahead and make them into like a little mini journal. So I just took some of the ephemera that came from the different things, the different papers and kits, and created this little mini, I guess you could call it a folio, a little journal insert. And here's some coffee dye paper. And I just stitched some pockets and tuck spots and stuff. And here's some more coffee dye paper I just stitched together. And then this is a tuck spot here. And then of course a tuck spot here. And this is double-sided, this tag is. So that's the first one. And then here's another little card, little journal card. And this little tag comes out. We'll just put it in there like this. And then here's another one with a little tuck spot. And I just used some punches and punched these out and just stressed the edges for some of these tags, and just did some stitching along the edges. And the words and sentiments, they come from the words and sentiments kits from my Etsy shop, my Etsy digital shop. And then here's some more little ephemera. And like I said, this is the card that should have been, it was supposed to be made to be by itself. But like I said, I decided to make these two into a journal, so I just kept them together instead of cutting them apart. But these are the same way. So the front and back. And also I used the 3-inch circles kit, the Christmas, I can't think of the name of it, but I'll have it in the link in the description. I also included it in here. And this right here is a little tuck spot, so you can tuck a tag or something behind it. Like right here or something if you like. And there's some more coffee dye paper. Then you have a tuck spot here. And this flap opens up, and then of course you have a little tuck right here. And that flap closes back. And then you have a little tuck right here, which is where I had this little thing tucked in at. And this is just a little, this is some of those circles, that circle kit that I was telling you about. And I just took some papers from the freebie kit on the Multimedia, the Fa La La kit. I just took some of these papers and cut them with 3-inch circle so that they would match this, and just kind of added an eyelet and some ribbon. And that just tucks back down in there like that. And then all of this just kind of fits down in here. It's a cute little pocket. That gives you space. And I made it somewhat loose so that you could, uh-oh, I just messed that up. I'll have to fix that. This was fixed. I added some acetate, so this is no longer broken. But yeah, just stay tuned and I will show you how I made this. Okay, so I'm making some ephemera using some of my Multimedia Craft digital kits, digital kits. And this particular one right here is from the Winter Wonderland 3-inch circles kit. And then this one is from the Peace on Earth kit, digital download kit. And then I have a freebie kit that's on my Multimedia Crafts digital blog. And it has some double-sided papers and things. This one is the freebie kit from Multimedia Crafts digital on the blog. This one is Fa La La. So I'm just going to use some of these and some solid papers. Oh, and also I'm also going to use some of these, the holiday sentiments. This is also from the Etsy. This is Etsy digital download. I'm going to incorporate this into it too. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out and cut some of these ephemera out. The easy thing about the 3-inch circles is you can just use a punch. If you have a 3-inch circle punch, that's perfect for these, which is what I'm going to do. Just line it up. And then just cut it out. And you have your perfect circles. So I'm going to cut all these out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got everything cut out. But what I did do was some of these, the ones from the Peace on Earth kit, I left 2 of these together. These were the cards that you could, the journal cards that you could actually separate. But what I did do was I left them together. And I'm just going to create like a mini book, like a little mini journal. That's what I'll do. But you can still cut them apart, but I'm just, like I said, that's what I'm going to do with these. So I'm going to go ahead and also, I want to take some of this paper from the freebie Fa La La kit, and I'm just going to punch some 3-inch circles for those. Make sure I have it right. I'm probably going to do about like 4 or 5. And I'm going to make like a circle journal. These are going to be the pages that are going to go inside of one of these. So I'm going to make like a little booklet out of these. So I'm just going to punch out as many circles as I can of this kind of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress all the edges of all of this stuff. And I'm probably going to use, let's see, this time I'm going to use some color box chalk ink, chestnut room, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edges and distress it. Okay, so I'm going to make an envelope, of course, out of this envelope template here. So what I did was I went on ahead and I folded in the flaps on the sides, the top, as well as the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a closure. I'm going to use, I'm going to take a little scallop punch. This is like a, it's not even a 1-inch. I think it's like a, maybe it is a 1-inch scallop punch. Yeah, it's a 1-inch scallop punch. So I'm going to punch it 4 times. And I'm going to glue two of them together for like thickness and added thickness. I'm just going to use some art glitter glue. And just glue it together. And so what I'm going to do, I'll probably put this here, and I'll put one of these here. I punched these out with the 2-inch circle punch. So I'll just kind of have this come down like so. Have this come down a little bit. And these will go in the middle. And then I'll have like a little string to clasp them together. But before I do that, I'm going to place these up against some white cardstock. So I've got a 2-inch circle punch and a 2.5 inch. This one's the 2-inch, and so I'm going to take some white paper, cut a 2.5 inch circle punch, or circle. Something wrong with my punch, so I have to fix it right here. And then I'll just put this one here. Like I said, this is going to be a part of the closure. And okay, and then I'm also going to place this up against some white cardstock. So I'm going to put this in the center. When I put this on here, I want to make sure that when I put the brad in here, that the brad's going to fit in here good enough. Like not too close to the edge, because if I have it down too far, then the center of this little scallop edge is going to come too far down. So I'm just going to have to put it up as close as I can right here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the upper part of this circle, just to kind of hold it in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the brad in. I've got some Bow Bunny brads, so I'll probably use these two here. And I want it in the center of the scallop. So you can use like an awl, or you can use a hole punch, or whatever you want to use. I'm just going to use an awl or a paper piercer. I'm just going to use my little Tonic Studios. And since this is the middle, I'll just go ahead and punch a hole. Just be really careful when you do that though. So that way I know for sure it's directly in the middle. I want to feed the string down through here into the hole. So may have to make the hole a little bit bigger in order to guarantee that that string's going to go down in there. Let's take this and feed the string in. And then I can put the brad down in there. I just want to make sure that the brad covers up the string. And then I need to cover this up down here so that that's not showing. So I'll just take a few more circle punches. I'll just cover this up. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue where the string is and where the brad is. And then just kind of hold this in place and make sure it glues all the way down. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to fold this back up. And then I'm going to add this thick one, the double-sided one, into the center of where I want the closures to meet. And that'll be approximately right in here. So I'm going to do the same, use the same process and punch a hole in it in the center. And I can go ahead and add the brad without having to worry about adding the string, because the string is just going to tie around the this little outer circle. With this being on the inside, you could actually just add a bigger piece of paper to definitely keep it covered, and I think that's what I'll do, just to make sure that that brad isn't coming up. And so that when you put items in here, they don't get hung up on it. And then you basically have your closure. This will come around through here. This will come around through here, here, and this will come around and here and down. And you have your closure. So that's one. Then I'm just going to take these. I punched out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. I'm just going to make sure that all the papers are lined up one horizontally. And then I'm just going to take one of these and make sure I have it turned straight. One for the front and then one for the back. And then I'm just going to take a piece of white paper. I'm not really measuring, I'm just cutting just a little leftover piece of this from here, and I'm going to make like a handle. And I'm going to put this here. Actually, I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, so I folded this in half, and I'm just going to put this at the top of here. And then I'm just going to try to make sure it's centered. So I'm just going to punch a hole using the big hole punch, the big end of the hole punch. It's not quite centered, but I can work with that. Then I'm just going to add an eyelet to it. And then there you have it. And I'm just going to add some string, and then you'll have like a little booklet, like a little journaling booklet. Okay, so I went on ahead and I've already distressed everything, but what I want to do is I want to create some pockets on the insides of some of these. And the two ones that were supposed to be journal cards, the ones I'm making into a booklet, I'm just going to sew in some tuck spots for them, or pockets I guess you could call it. And I'm also going to go ahead and sew around the edges of this little folder. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've got some of it stitched on. So it's time to build it up. So I have some paper, some coffee dyed paper. So I'm just going to fold it in half. There's two 8.5 and 11-inch coffee dyed papers. And then I'm just going to cut them down to a little bit smaller than this. But actually I'm just going to cut it in half too. So I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. Then I'm going to take that and cut it down to, let's see, about 3 3/4. And these are going to go inside here. Each one of these, there's 2 papers. And then I need to add some more random paper. And I think I'll use this. I'm just going to fold. I'm going to cut this. Let's see. I'll just fold this over in half. I'm just going to cut off this white edge. And I'm just going to take some random paper and build it up. And then I'm just going to add some of these little fold outs to it. I think I'll sew this on. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this. This is going to become a pocket. And I folded this in half. And then I folded this over again. And I'm going to first I'm going to make this into a pocket on its own. So now I'm just going to put these together because I added some pockets in here. And then I stitched them on. So now I'm going to add these inside the journal, or inside the little, the little journal folio or whatever. Insert. I'm just going to take some of these and just line these up in the middle so they'll stay centered where I want it. And then I'm just going to feed it through the sewing machine. Okay, so I've stitched a few things together, or I have a lot of things that are stitched, better yet, double-sided. We have our little journals that I just put together, and then now we can build up the envelope and the journals as well, and some of the cards, so, and tags. So we can just add some sentiments to some of these. And some of them, I think I'm going to add to like some white cardstock just to kind of bring it out. So I'm going to glue some of these words and sentiments to some white cardstock and cut them out. Okay, so I've backed these up against white cardstock, and some of these I backed up against brown cardstock. So I'm getting ready to build up some of these journaling spots and stuff. And I'm just going to keep it relatively simple. I'm just going to put this, I'm going to cut a little snippet of this and make a pocket. And I think I'm going to have a pocket coming like at an angle. I'm just going to outline it with some pigment ink. And just stress the edges a little bit. And I'm just going to glue it on here, like to the side. So I'll put some glue here and keep the top part open. And since I need some type of contrasting colors, I'm going to put this cup on here, just partially. Just enough to stick to the green. And this will become a pocket. I think that will work. I'm just going to stress the edges just a little bit. I'm just going to glue it to the background. Now I think it'll look pretty decent back here. So there's that one. I think I'll put this here too, just to add like a little extra something to it. And then I have a little sentiment. I think this will look good right here. I think that'll work. So that's that. I think I'll put this one here. I'll put December on there. I've got a little tag in here. I'm not going to overcrowd it. I'm just going to make enough to have. so that's pretty much it. I think I've got almost everything I wanted to put in here. So everything is pretty much full. I do need something right there, but I think I'll put that there. I think I like that better. So this is pretty much it. So I hope that this video was inspiring and that you like it. And please check out my blog, my social media sites, my other videos and things like that. And thanks for watching.